Folks, that's right, baby. We are live here on Friday, BEG Wrestling. And folks, we have a lot to talk about. And a lot of money. A lot of money's flying around. In fact, we have a jackpot series, Kevin, coming up here a little bit later in the show. Folks, this is going to be by far the most incredible Friday live show that we have had. By far, we're way more prepared. So folks, call in after the initial opening segments. Join the phone lines. Call in live. And we got a lot to talk about, not only in addition to all the money that we're talking about in Iowa, folks. Wrestle Madness is going to come on a little later to announce the winner of the 118 to 125-pound bracket, the GOAT winner, folks. So you're absolutely going to want to stay tuned with us until then. I have to say this, and I hate saying this, Kevin. Like and subscribe, folks. That's literally all we're kind of asking for is like and subscribe. We never even say it, but Kevin's here. We're going to break down all the U17, U20, U23 results, and then we're going to get into some of where the money talks. But Kevin, how have you been, man? Welcome to the show. How's your week been?
Good, man. Good. Just like I said last week, there's no off season. Things just keep rolling. It's like a soap opera. It's crazy. It's good, though.
And, dude, I tell you what.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Hey!
Here comes the money.
Hey, listen. I'm not joking, folks. A kid just rode by in a bicycle, and he said, "Are you a streamer?" And I said,
streamer?
Like, what are you talking about, dude? YouTube? Yeah, they subscribe, folks. So you should also subscribe. But, Kevin, looks like you're going to take a step away, but you have a lot to get into. We're going to also get into Bo Bassett's narrowing down his list of recruiting list, but a lot of money that's been confirmed, a lot of money that has kind of not been confirmed, and then we're going to dive into some deep rumors that we've heard in the streets of Iowa because, let's be honest, Kevin, all we hear out in Iowa is how much they love us, how much they love BEG Wrestling. I don't get it, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it, how much they love us. And we love you in Iowa. I do, okay? We've been tagged as a Penn State show, yet we haven't had Wayne on the show in quite a while. He's on a little vacay, but he is the Penn State homer, folks. But, Kevin, with no further ado, I want to throw it to you, man, and you got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, man, this is such an exciting time. You just had the Olympics, and everybody's like, it's going to be dead from the Olympics to the college season. Not true at all. We have so much stuff coming up. Right now, we got U20s that's already about to start, and we have an unbelievable team for that. And following that, we have we have the World Team Trials for non-Olympic weights. And just so everybody knows, that is going to be September 14th and 15th in Omaha, Nebraska. It's just 4 weight classes, the 4 weights that were not at the Olympics, obviously. And if you're an Olympian, you cannot register for this. Registration started this past Monday. And there's a lot of big names already in the thing. But as you can see right here, Zach Scott posted up there, the U17.
I now have the World Team Trials registered up on the board, Kevin.
Okay, cool. So what we got, 61. Now, 61 and 92 are different than the other 2 weights in which Vito Arujau and Zahid Valencia are going to have buys all the way to the finals, which is a best 2 of 3. Reason being is Vito won the World Championships last year, and Zahid got a bronze. So because they medaled, they automatically get a bye right to the finals. And it has been confirmed that they both are wrestling in this event. So it will be the other names that you see registered and guys yet to register, they're going to be in a bracket. 79 and 70 are just going to be a regular bracket. Nobody waiting in the finals. But what a ton of big names already, which very exciting to see. As we talked last week, Jordan Burroughs is back, and he's going to be wrestling in front of his home Omaha, Nebraska crowd there.
Hey, listen,
which
man, I
is-
just had to put up the comment. Vincent Joyce, DT at 92, baby.
Hey, it's a
Do
big
we want to
rumor.
dive into that?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, not only him but Gilman. What is going on there, Zach, in Oklahoma State, man? Are they what's? It's crazy.
All right, Kevin, I'm going to be real honest with what's going on. First of all, what are you doing, David Taylor?
Yeah.
You cannot wrestle in that, dude. You have a job now, dude. You are being paid. You got a real responsibility now. And now I'm really starting to question this dedication and commitment level. Wait, are you sure you wanted to retire? Did you just kind of take a paycheck? Because it was an offer you couldn't refuse, as they would say on The Godfather. You know what I mean? But like, dude, okay. In all due respect here, if I'm looking at it from a business perspective, I'm the dude paying David Taylor. Do I like? No, you cannot wrestle in this, dude. I am now paying you. You got a job. And I'm a little concerned if I'm that Oklahoma staff now. Both of them are wrestling now. What? You have a great question. What is going on?
The Worlds, say he makes the team. The Worlds are at the end of October, which is well into the practice season. Is he just going to take a hike? I mean, he's got a million reasons
David
to put
Taylor.
all his eggs in the coaching basket. And we were lucky enough to go to the Olympic trials, Zach and I, and we saw David Taylor, and clearly not the David he looked like he had no interest in being there. Like he already known that he lost his expression. He had no swag. I mean, we're used to the DT that's fired up, ready to roll, and this was not him. So my question is, if he wasn't pumped for the Olympic trials, why would he be up for the non-Olympic World Championship trials? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, and another thing is, what's he doing it for? Like, he's got world titles, he has an Olympic title. Is another non-Olympic world title going to add anything? And like you said, if I was the coaches at Oklahoma or the donors at Oklahoma State, I'd be like, dude, what are you doing, man? You're newbie as it is.
Well, listen, I got to show because I see a lot of comments here. Keep wrestling, David Taylor. And, yeah, would we all not love to continue see David Taylor wrestling? Yes. However, it has changed now. No, you have signed you are now working for a business. You're an employee of a bigger organization now. And David Taylor knows more about focus than probably the vast majority of our society, which is why it's so befuddling to me that now he's going to completely split his focus. Is this now? The only argument I would make, Kevin, is this a recruiting effort to be like, dude, I can relate with you at such a level that I'm literally doing it as we speak.
He wants to pull the Cal of what was it, 2012 or 10 or something, when Cal was coaching Penn State, but that was different. Cal had his foot in the door. He already was coaching, and this is just like, he has so much to learn. And just to be clear, everyone, Zach and I aren't saying that we don't want to see David Taylor wrestle. Because I mean, am I correct in assuming that for you too? We want to see him.
Great point, Kevin. Let me actually say this, and actually to your earlier point about when we witnessed him at the team trials, there's almost nothing I would like to see more than David Taylor wrestle again. In the sense that, dude, that is not the David Taylor that I wanted to see go out on the mat. I mean, would you not agree with that? I think everyone would agree with that. However, I'm speaking from the perspective of a business perspective here. Like, I'm a business owner. I'm the dude who's paying David Taylor. Hold up, dude. No, now you can't be going in wrestling again. You know what I mean? That's the perspective that I'm coming from.
Even an Oklahoma State fan, I would be concerned. I'd be a little concerned about that. I mean, we'll see. And this isn't for a foregone conclusion. This is just, it's picking up a little steam. And I know Gilman posted not retired yet. That could mean a million different things. It could mean that
very true.
It could mean he's just being a bonehead, or it could mean, I haven't officially. I might wrestle more, or maybe it could mean I haven't retired from the sport yet. I'm still coaching, even though it did say athletes in there. But I don't know. You know what? It seems that wrestling is definitely getting more and more interesting, which is a good thing. But looking at go ahead.
There's also a lot of money coming into wrestling, folks. I don't know if you heard, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Sorry, Kevin.
No,
I
no, you
added
good.
that audio for this episode only.
At going through, I just wanted to fire through real quick. You know, we see who's up there at 61 kilograms. You got the world champion from last year, and you actually have both guys that were in Final X last year, Nashon Garrett and Vitos, which is awesome. And then you go back even a year, 2022, you got the two guys that were in Final X that year was Seth Gross and Dayton Fix. So 4 finalists the last 2 years we have right in this bracket already. Now, I did a little list on who could possibly be registering besides who we have up at, you know, the already registered guys. And I'm not saying that these guys will register. I just off the top of my head came up with some names. I know since I've made this, Marcus Blaze actually has registered already. But other guys that could register, and before I even say it, keep this in mind. The season's coming up, you know? So if they make the world team, it's at the end of October in Albania. And like a week or two later, they're going to have dual meets starting. Another thing is, which we'll get into too, is also how U23 can kind of collide with this, but we'll get into that in a bit. So looking at this, I'm thinking, you know, we still could see Austin DeSanto, Soriano, Zane Richards, Anthony Knox, Jax Forrest, Luke Lillidahl. Those are just some names that could be thrown in the mix at 61. And then for 70 kilograms, PJ Duke, which is interesting, is on the U20 team, which he is overseas right now. It's about to kick off tomorrow, I believe. And so he's going to U20s is brutal. It's a tough tournament. You win that, you are a dog, without a doubt. So he's going to go to that, and this kid's still in high school. He's entering his senior year of high school. Then he's going to go and put his hat in for the World Team Trials, which I'm psyched to see how he matches up against senior-level competition, to be honest with you.
Kevin, right now I have the U20 World Championship schedule just up on the screen. I just want to keep up with you as you go.
You got it, man. You can see when that is. That's this whole week coming up here. And Zach's got to split up there. And then the 14th, so exactly a week from that Saturday, is when the World Team Trials start. So Duke's going to be finishing up with that, and then he's got a week, and then he's going to be coming home from overseas and putting his hat in this, going to Nebraska, which I love it. But we'll see how many other guys follow his path and do
Is
double
PJ
up or
Duke
whatnot.
the biggest dog out there right now?
I love this kid. You know I love this kid. He is just so dynamic on his feet. I can honestly say I've never seen a high school wrestler more dynamic on his feet than PJ Duke, ever. And if you haven't seen this kid wrestle and his foot sweeps and his
Say that
he's
again
just
real
so
quick.
smooth. I have never in my lifetime seen a more dynamic neutral position.
Yeah,
than PJ Duke.
PJ Duke.
He is nasty, and he's
Buy your
like the
singlets
nicest
now,
kid.
folks.
Nicest kid in the world, but on the mat, he is just nasty. I mean, freaking had a torn labrum, and he
Absolute
beats with Henkel, just kicks his butt with a torn labrum. The kid's a beast. If he can stay healthy, he's going to be awesome. But looking at 70, also Jordan Oliver has been talking about going to this event. This whole summer he's been talking about it. We'll see if he enters. And Jordan Oliver, you always have to take seriously because he's beyond fast. And just looking at other guys that, we haven't seen, well, Joey McKenna, James Green, Kolodzik maybe, Bo Bassett, Bo
We're going
Bartlett.
to talk about Bo Bassett more later.
Maybe Jaden Ironman, a Nick Lee, a Jesse Mendez. I know Aliris is in it, so maybe Bartlett and Mendez jump in it too. I kind of thought we wouldn't see any of the three, but now that Aliris is in there, I'm curious to see the other two. Also, kind of a outsider, but Meyer Shapiro, he was extremely light at 157 this past college season. Very light. He's the defending U20 world champion at 70 kilograms. I'm wondering if he could enter at 70 kilograms, which is 154 pounds, about 154 pounds. So he could definitely make that weight. So that would be interesting. But Joshua Saunders also is another guy. He's on the U23 world team. He's a Cornell guy. He's tough. So those are just some different names there. And then 79 kilograms. Are we going to see, Levi Haynes? Is Levi Haynes redshirting this year? If so, this would be a good thing for him to try out. I know he'll be on the lighter side.
We confirmed
What's that?
We
really
unofficially confirmed that on BEG Wrestling. Here on BEG Wrestling, folks, if we say it 99.9% of the time, it is a fact. So
yeah,
Levi Haynes is going to redshirt. Have I heard?
Yeah.
Do I have any official knowledge on that? No. But
makes sense.
I do have official gut instinct, which is spot on here at PG Wrestling. Are we not, Kevin?
It usually is. It usually is, yeah. 79, Ladarian Lockett, still in high school. Bad dude, though. What about Carter Starocki?
Bad dude.
Can he throw his name in the mix? Facundo?
Maybe we're going to talk about Carter. Carter, are you out there? We might talk about you, Carter.
Yeah.
I see he likes tweeting. He likes tweeting. Not a lot.
He can help himself. He's like Trump, man. He's got to tweet.
He likes tweeting occasionally. We're going to talk about it, folks. But
92 kilograms. One of our favorite guys that you did an interview with, Machiavello, he could be a guy that jumps out there. Jacob Cardenas, Colin Moore, Eric Schultz, Nate Jackson. These are guys that could possibly register. So,
okay.
Yeah, just looking at that, those are, there was one thing, if you could throw up Zach on there with the, it's kind of just gave, it's worth noting, U23 Worlds. It's like 2 paragraphs. Mm-hmm. And if not, it's okay. But I did want to note that U23 Worlds is also in Albania, where the Senior World Championships is. And this is kind of interesting because the U23 Worlds, which we already have our team set, is October 21st to the 27th in Albania. The day after that, in the same place, Albania, October 28th, starts the Senior World Championships. So I wonder, is this something that's going to deter people from, that are on the U23 team, like a Messenbrink, a Cardenas, guys like that? Is it going to make them not want to do the trials? Or is it going to make them want to do it because they're already in Albania? Might as well, stay another week and wrestle if you do make it.
Well, folks, I have the U23 lineup up on the screen as Kevin's talking about it. But, Kevin, yeah, you raise a good question. And I don't know. Can you say that again and put that in layman terms?
Absolutely.
About how those tournaments are so back-to-back there? Yeah,
so as you see on the screen, that's our U23 team in men's freestyle. And it's already set. That's our team. They're going to Albania October 21st to the 28th. 27th, I'm sorry. And they're wrestling the World Championships there. So it ends on the 27th. The 28th, the very next day, in Albania, same place, the Senior Non-Olympic Weight World Championships is. So I'm wondering, do any of these guys up on the board there, are any of them go to the World Team Trials in a couple weeks, put their hat in the mix to see it because they're already in Albania, or is that just craziness thinking that they would want to do that? I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, and now, Kevin, now that you said it a second time, I don't even know why I asked you to say it a second time because you were very clear the first time. So that was I apologize, folks.
I was going to bust on you, but I'm like, I'll just say it again.
I mean, you were very clear the first time, folks. But yes, okay, it raises up an interesting point. But we got to move on here,
look at that
Kevin.
team.
Wrap
look
this.
at that team, Zach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. You look at that team, Zach. Gallagher, he's a Penn guy. Zakis, Ohio State. Sanders, Cornell. Pinero, Oklahoma State. Messenbrink, Penn State. Kennedy, Iowa. We got all of these guys are in college still. So, I mean, do these guys you'd have to be very confident to think they're going to make the world team in the senior level. Don't get me wrong. But do these guys want to just jump out, be in Albania for 2 weeks right at the beginning of their college season? We'll see. Because that's what they would be doing if they did make the team. Really quick, I also wanted to point out too, like we said before, that the U20s is starting September 2nd to the 8th, coming right up. It's in Spain. And PJ Duke, he's going to do that and then come back to the States, on the 9th or 10th or whatever. And then the 14th, he's going to try the World Team Trials. So I love that these guys are wrestling. These younger guys, maybe they'll continue this and just be wrestling year round and going to events. That would be so good to see.
Kevin, yeah, it makes a big difference when there's a financial incentive at the end of the rainbow. I don't know if you're ready to move on to that kind of topic, folks, but are you? Are you ready to move on there, Kevin? Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because, folks, this is the premiere segment, and while I get set up here, play the little graphic, because... Dance, Kevin. Folks, welcome to the new wrestling in America, where you can make a lot of money, baby. And wrestlers are out there making it now. And here is the Guess Your Wrestler Jackpot Series. Kevin just came out with that. Guess Your Wrestler.
Brilliant.
Okay? So, guess who the wrestler is, folks, who is now being maybe confirmed, maybe not confirmed, tied to rumored. Let's just stick with rumored to get this much money, right, Kevin? And first on the market, first of all, have you ever seen money like this, dude? I have never. In wrestling?
Here we go. Money talk.
Think about that, man. David Taylor, $1 million contract. Everything was moving fine. He's got a coach for the year.
I know.
Guys, a semester.
Insane. And Kevin, first up, we have a $900,000 jackpot, folks. That is just under David Taylor's annual salary. And we're talking about one season of wrestling here, right, Kevin?
Yep, not even a semester.
Not even, folks. So, Kevin, I'm going to throw it to you. Do you have any idea who the first winner of our Guess Your Money Jackpot Series?
I'm going to go Teamer.
Here comes the money.
Teamer?
Folks, oh my goodness, Iowa, Jacory Teamer, $900,000. Are you serious? Wow.
Loaded.
Congratulations to Jacory Teamer.
Hey, are you making a new trophy, by the way? That new MVP trophy for this year?
Folks, well, yeah, obviously, we make trophies for every year's award winner of every single category. Now, whether you accept those trophies or not are on behalf of you, Sean Bourmet.
I feel bad. I feel bad that he's not going to be a repeat champion. Such a nice guy, you know?
But, unfortunately, Sean Bourmet will not be a repeat champion this year, not even in the running as we currently stand. But, Kevin, okay, that's a lot of money. Okay, the
rumor was 500,000, and then, now people are spitting out 900,000.
But we're going to go to the next rumor mill here, Kevin. $1.3 million. Are you serious?
A millionaire. You want to be a millionaire?
You want to be a millionaire? Do you want to be a wrestler?
And you wonder why Carter Starocki first said he didn't want to come back. Why do you think he said that? Because if he said he wanted to come back, he would have been a millionaire.
Congratulations, Carter Starocki! He's a millionaire, folks, as a wrestler. Are you kidding me? I mean, we are at peaks we have never achieved before as a wrestling community. And, boy, if you thought that was good, Kevin.
Look at him. He's so happy. He's crying.
He's very, very happy. He was crying happy. That was literally as he actually, I'm pretty sure, just received word he was going to come back for a
Yep.
fifth year.
He had his,
But-
he had his salad on. Yep.
Marty, I saw you calling in, Marty. Hold on, dude. You're already backed up behind Wrestle Madness. Our segment's running long here, our opening segment, but
Our bad.
unfortunately, dude, this is just, we're talking money here, folks. And our grand prize, rumored out there, Kevin, okay?
None other than
$2 million. And who?
Gable Steveson.
Are you serious? Are you serious? And where would that be? Let me find
That would be, which doesn't make any
Bang!
sense at all.
Bang!
Iowa.
Bang! Oh,
Here comes the money.
let's go, Iowa!
Money talk.
Iowa has a chance! I'm dead serious. If
All
Iowa
the
gets
comments are gonna start
Gable,
rolling in.
Iowa's
All
got
the
a chance
comments
this
are
year.
gonna roll in right now. They're gonna be like, Ben Keeter. And
Ben
yeah,
Keeter.
Ben Keeter's focusing on wrestling right
How
now.
about
not
Ben?
football.
Ben Keeter, how about Ben take a cedar?
Yeah,
Okay, because Gable's in the house.
Yeah, Iowa doesn't care about hurting people's feelings. They've just proven that. If this is true, I mean, okay, Gable, who just got cut from the Buffalo Bills, and as I said over and over again, and everyone got mad at me.
Let me
wasn't gonna
put the
make
picture
practice
up.
Squad.
Kevin, you
Yeah.
said it last week.
He's not
And you
making the
confirmed
practice
it.
squad. There's no way, and he didn't.
And he didn't. And we're going to
Yeah,
show you a picture of exactly why, folks. I got it up on the screen now. Look, that's Gable Stevenson, folks, standing out on the field amongst other players.
And that's a picture I took. I went to the training camp. And
Yikes.
man, I knew he wasn't going to make. They weren't including him in a lot of training. They had him on backup punt coverage. There he is.
Well,
standing there.
Kevin, a lot of wrestling shows like to be PC. They like to be nice. Not PG wrestling, dude. We tell you exactly what's happening. Nothing but honesty, and that's what Kevin gave you last week. And Kevin, you were proven to be correct.
And look at the pit. You see the picture, okay? You see the guy 51 in front of him. Look at the guy next to him with that. You see the top of the helmet. Those are the type of guys. That's an average defensive lineman height there, which is 6 inches taller than Gable. So why isn't he on the practice squad? I'll tell you why. Practice squads are there to imitate teams that they're going to be playing. They're scout teams. Why would you want a guy that's 2 inches shorter than the shortest player in the NFL at defensive lineman and 30 pounds lighter than the lightest with no experience whatsoever? It would have just been a pity play. And he would have made, if he made the practice squad, he would have made $225,000 for 18 weeks. That's what a rookie makes in the NFL practice squad.
So he's going to make 4 times that at Iowa?
He very well could. And you know what? I mean, he
By
only
the way,
made-
Kevin, I want to make one other additional point real quick. Okay,
Yeah.
that I thought about as I was, I think about, I'm laying in bed thinking wrestling. I thought, okay, I'm another player. I put myself in the shoes of another NFL football player who wants to who has their family relying on them making the team for a paycheck. They looked at Gable Stevenson as like a trophy target, dude. Gable Stevenson, I can guarantee you, received every single player's best effort, dude, because of who he is. Every single person who beat him out there on the line can go home and say, dude, he's a gold medalist wrestler. I probably could have been a gold medalist wrestler. I just bodied him out on the football field. Are you kidding me? Am I not true with that? But that's probably a fact.
I'll tell you what, and I heard over and over again, well, he's going to make up for it with his speed and his strength. It's like, no. These guys run 4.8, 4.9 40s. They bench press 2 1/4, 40 to 50 times. These guys are mammoth freak natures. Now, Gable can beat them all in wrestling, and that's awesome.
Maybe.
But we're talking about a kid. I mean, I don't know about
Cole
you, but
Young says, who needs the Buffalo Bills when you can get those Iowa Bills?
There you go. I mean, seriously, though,
Touche,
I played
Cole.
what was called Vince Lombardi football when I was like 8 years old, right? All growing up. These NFL players all played this, all growing up. He only put pads on for the first time a few months ago, right? So, yeah the thing with him is you got to look at it like this. He went to WWE. He couldn't act, right? and everybody hated him there because of all the the allegations, the trial that went on, and they're bringing that up a lot. And he just wasn't a very good actor. They thought he was trying to steal Kurt Angle's his whatever, his persona. And so then he goes to NFL, which you got these guys that have been playing since they were 7, 8 years old, and they're putting everything they have into it. And they see a guy who's putting shoulder pads on for the first time in his life. They're probably like, so you would think he'd want to go back to wrestling where he feels a little bit more comfortable and welcomed, but who knows? Table tennis, flag football, there's sports for him left to try. I don't know. But I'll tell you this, Zach. He only made $13,000 in this football, this whole training camp and everything. People think he made a lot of money. No, he made 13 grand isn't
$13,000.
But I mean, for that long of a time, you divide that up, it's not exactly a lot of money.
Oh, that's terrible, dude. But Kevin, I'm sorry, man. We got to move on.
Yeah, go up.
Someone disliked us, dude. That's unbelievable. So they must not understand where the money's coming from. But we got to move on, folks. We got Aaron with retinal. Kevin, let me give you 30 seconds to wrap up your segment here before we move on. We got Kevin in the green room. We also got Marty. We got people in the green room.
I'm good, man. Well, afterwards we'll touch on a couple quick things, but
Yep.
That's good. Let's get these guys on the phone. See what they think.
Okay.
And the guy that disliked us, call us.
I cannot believe anyone would thumbs down our episode. I mean, we asked people to
I've never thumbed down anything. That's going out of your way.
And okay. Well, here's
I have a good idea who it is.
Here's the other problem. Jamie, not only with Wayne, Jamie also on vacation because I'm running this thing myself. Okay, Aaron from Wrestle Madness. I believe you're there. Aaron, can you hear us? Can you please confirm?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can. And you sound great. And you look like you're in a very dark room there, Aaron, but it's visually appealing. I'll say that.
Wow.
I'll say that. Not only visually appealing are you,
Floating head.
but your bracket here. Aaron comes on the show. Last week you were on the show talking about 118 through 125 pounds greatest wrestler of all time, right? Like literally the greatest NCAA wrestler. And I believe I have that bracket. Let me see if I can find it here, Aaron. But before we're going to conclude the results of that, right? Why don't you kind of touch on the process here?
So last Friday when we talked, voting closed, and based on popular vote all the way through the bracket, the tournament was decided, and we had a really strong semifinals. We ended up having Lee beat McDonough to get into the semis against Mills, who beat Bonomo. And then on the other side, we had Robles, who upset Henson, ended up going against Abbas. And then finals, we had Lee make the finals against Abbas. And Lee comes out victorious, as you called it.
Whoa! Hold on! Say that again, because...
Here comes the money.
Say it again, Aaron. Who won?
We have Spencer Lee, the GOAT.
Ow! Oh! That's what I'm talking about, folks. The winner of the greatest of all time, 118 through 125 pounds, Spencer Lee. Congratulations. Now.
Was it close?
What were the percentages, Aaron?
Not as close as I would have thought. I don't know the exact percentage on that, but I think it was over 10%.
Over 10%. Now, I would, if I had the opportunity to ask Spencer Lee, I would ask him, what is more valuable to him at this point in his career? A silver medal at the Olympics? Or the GOAT medal in Wrestle Madness bracket, Aaron?
It's got to be the GOAT.
Seems like a no-brainer to me, folks.
Yeah.
But, hey, that was fun, though. And I tell you this, I'm personally very happy that Spencer won. Kevin, do you disagree with any of those results? Maybe you can make a case for Spencer Lee not winning. Kevin, say something.
I'm just doing it from an eye test, you know. And I mean, Abbas was a bad dude, man. He was just nasty, and I think that he was a better all around wrestler than Spencer. I think he had a better gas tank than Spencer.
Whoa!
I think that to no fault of Spencer's, because he, you know, I know the majority of his matches were in the first
Gas
period,
tank
but
would be fault, but
yeah,
go ahead. I'm liking this argument, Kevin. We might have to do a
I don't
segment.
know. I picked Abbas to win, and I did like the.
Kevin, the stat guy, did not pick Spencer. Hold up, Kevin.
No, yeah, I didn't. I picked Abbas.
Wow. So, in your mind, Kevin, this is an upset, Spencer Lee winning this.
It depends on what you consider an upset. Like, I mean, I think majority of people would say Spencer. However, I don't think a lot of people that are voting actually saw Abbas wrestle or maybe even know a lot about him. I don't know.
I think that's probably.
I wish we could see like the age group of who voted. You know what I mean?
We might have
a lot of people
figure
under
that
30 years old.
Yeah, Aaron, maybe that's something we could further divulge into.
Yeah.
Age groups. Brad.
That would be cool because then you kind of see like who, if it actually see like all these, you know, 99% of the votes came from people under 30 or, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
But this bracket's awesome. You guys are doing such a good job with. It's not easy picking these people to go in these brackets. People, I mean, if you think it is, it's not. And you guys have been killing it on who you pick for these brackets. It's awesome. I'm very impressed by who you guys have there.
And it's very fun to do, Aaron. And again, it makes you kind of further research some of these wrestlers as you're kind of, because you don't want to be an idiot and make the wrong picks. You know what I mean? But what do
you think so far about how it's going, Aaron? Do you think like it's going as you would have liked it to gone, or anything surprising to you, or you guys happy?
Yeah, I mean it's going as we envisioned. You know, you said it last week. You know, recency bias is the buzzword, and I think you know that younger age group is probably on social media more often, and we're probably getting more votes from that demographic. Hence the reason why all three champions, right, within the years. But nonetheless, I think it's great to read the arguments, the rebuttals on social media from fans that have seen some of these 70s, 80s, and even 90s era wrestlers, and they're like, there's no way Bonomo would lose, or there's no way Mills would lose to Spencer Lee, and it's great. So people are getting educated, and that's what we were after, is just promoting the history of the sport. You know, these names from 30, 40 years ago out there for people to recognize, and because they were really the pioneers.
Yeah,
that's true.
Talking about wrestling, that's the main objective. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna start putting highlight films of some of these older guys in the comment section.
Give them their due justice,
the youngsters watch.
Kevin.
I'm gonna start putting highlight reels.
If Statman Kevin, folks, is not voting for Spencer Lee, you might want to find out exactly why, right?
Yeah, in our discussions at Madness here, we thought that Spencer would have trouble on his feet with Abbott.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe Spencer, that's where he would get the edge, but I just can't see Spencer. I think it's 2 takedowns to none, Abbott versus Lee.
I agree. I think he was superior on his feet. But
okay, Aaron, is it a reasonable question for me to ask that maybe, maybe this voting might have not been a fair election, if you know what I'm saying? Hey, folks, it's political season. I got to throw in some jives there, right? I mean, come on.
We don't want to start any. Say it was all above board. It was fair. The winner is
Well, okay. You were not manipulated by the media, okay, or by all right. Spencer Lee wins fair and square, folks, in election season, as we are, and
Can you tell us? Can you tell us anything about the next bracket, or you guys are await? Or
yeah,
you
Aaron,
guys
let's
still-
touch on what's up next.
Yeah, we got the 177, 184-pound bracket coming up next. Now, spoiler alert, Hale Sanderson will be number 1 seed in this bracket. So it's going to be tough to knock him off. But
So this is a classic one political party versus the other here. You're going to have the Penn State conglomerate against the Iowa conglomerate. This is political season, Aaron. I'm loving it.
stirring the pot. Yeah, it'll be a good bracket. There's tons of athletes. It's really going to be a battle, I think, for those other 2 podium spots, and we'll see what cream rises to the top. Right?
There you go.
Yes, we will. Yes,
Hopefully
we will.
A special guest to talk with you about that bracket, an actual goat.
Yeah.
That'll
An
give us
actual goat, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to have an actual goat, folks. A real goat.
so we'll tease that a little bit.
Let's tease that.
Awesome.
Aaron. I like that. Folks, we got that coming up sometime in the near future. I mean, wrestling, dude, it's a season-round sport. And, Aaron, I want to thank you again. As you are every week, you've been incredible. Different background this week, which added some dynamic. It looks like your head is just floating in the air. It's incredible,
It's freaking me out. I like it, though.
Cool.
And Spencer's head is floating in the air as he's our champion this week and the GOAT. That's right.
Yep.
So,
Congratulations.
Aaron, thank you. And we have some other people in the green room. So, Aaron, I'll let you go. And all right.
Thanks a lot, Aaron.
And folks, we're gonna move on. Okay, we got people who've been waiting a long time, and I'm pretty sure they're from Iowa because they love us in Iowa. And I want to thank everyone in Iowa because I also love everyone in Iowa, and BEG Wrestling especially loves Iowa. But it looks like we have maybe an Iowa hater online. Oh, it's Marty. Marty, the Michigan man.
You know, I'm a centrist. I'm very in between, but
it is
my
political
heart goes
season,
with
Marty. You want to?
So, hey, listen, we got just one thing to say about the money. Right there.
Yeah.
Talk, BS walks.
Whoa! You are a
Marty.
Michigan man, Marty.
Money talk.
You got
Right.
trophies on the shelves out there.
What do you think, Louis? Money
I
talks.
like the ACDC, but we gotta be careful.
Money
with that.
talks. Bullshit walks. Who's the
Whoa,
goat, lady?
whoa, Marty. Whoa, this is a kid's show, Marty.
Tell her,
Unbelievable.
lady. Tell him. Who's the goat?
You?
Yeah.
Oh,
I smell
geez.
like a goat. All right. Hey, couple things. I got a lot to say. Number one, I was going through withdrawals. I haven't been able to call in. Family stuff. I've been going through withdrawals. I watched the show last week. It was amazing. I'm like, I'm never going to call in again. It was so good. And then your dad, and then Wayne talked me back into calling in. He's like, no. You got to call in. I'm like, all right, yeah. So here I am.
Yeah.
Next weekend, the 7th
Yeah.
and 8th, I will be
Big
in Battle
news.
Creek, Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm taking a ride down to Ann Arbor.
Okay.
We should have a nice video of the
Trophy.
the past MVP award.
Oh, shut the
presentation.
front door, Marty. Are you serious? You're
That's the
hooking up
plan.
with Bornett next week.
That's the plan. I reached out.
Bang!
He said he's got a big recruiting weekend going on. I said, go. I said, John, I need 10 minutes. I need
10 minutes or $10. What do you need, baby?
That's it. That's all we need.
Not this year, though, Marty. How exactly do you feel about the fact that Iowa is stealing every single good wrestler out there on the market
You know what?
Or off-
That
or
is
off the
the game
market.
today.
or off the market?
That's what? Excuse me.
On the market or off the market? they're stealing them. They're getting them in Iowa.
You know what? That's the game right now. You know what? They said, hey, the kids, people were crying for a long time. These guys should be paid. Again, you know what? And Kevin said this before too. I gotta see something that shows these guys are getting this cash. You know,
Yeah.
Sean answered it with a very politically correct answer.
I know. I know.
You know,
lame. Lame,
gotta
Bourmet. Lame.
He
I
was
wanted
smart.
numbers, Bourmet. I
Very
wanted
smart.
numbers.
We want numbers. I know. But you know what? Number one, yeah, you know what? And I think it might be one Stevenson's absolute last opportunity to really cash in here.
Yeah.
He needs to get to hit that check, get something deposited in that checkbook. And if he's got a year left,
he's got a year
He
left.
does, he
and
does.
he's got $2 million on the table. That's
You
legacy
can,
money. That's lifetime money.
You can retro your red shirt, which is ridiculous, but that's why he has a year left, because you can go back and say, I redshirted that year. So it's crazy. There's no rules anymore. Let's face it. It's a free for all.
it's free agency in college.
And
But-
I'll tell you what.
There's money in wrestling. It's good for the sport. Tell me I'm wrong.
You know what? I'm going to disagree with that because number one,
Whoa.
how good is what happened to Riggins, to Glazier, to all
Let's
those
talk
other
about
guys?
that,
How
folks.
good is it what happened to them? Now,
Let's talk about that.
the point is, you're taking a kid that scored 1.5 points at the national tournament compared to somebody who scored 20 points. Do you sell your soul, or do you do what is the right thing? And you know what? When you're recruiting these guys as freshmen coming out, you know, you like to think, hey, you're joining a family here. You're going to be a Hawkeye forever. You're going to be a Wolverine forever. You're going to be a Nittany Lion forever. You're going to be a Sooner forever. You're going to be a Red Devil forever. What? I mean, yeah, money talks. Money talks.
Well,
I'll
I'll let Kevin respond, but it must be nice living in fantasy land over there, Marty, before I respond. Go ahead, Kevin.
I agree. I agree with. It doesn't give me an easy feeling on what's going on, but I actually agree with something that Christian Piles said on one of his little videos there. He was saying, you know, when you're a wrestler for Iowa or Penn State, you should know going in that they're going to want to put the best lineup in at all times. You know,
Of course.
and I'm not saying that it makes any of this right, but I'm also saying that, you know, you would think these guys have had opportunity to grow with Iowa, and they've had the advantage of being in an Iowa instead of, you know, Buchanan, Wyoming, and Oklahoma. Nothing against Wyoming or Oklahoma or their programs, but it's not Iowa. And but it's tough, man. You don't like seeing these guys come in and just boom. I mean, this late too. The school's starting, and all of a sudden they're gone and they're somewhere else. Now, the only thing I start thinking about that I actually kind of like about this is the fact that, in a weird way, some of these smaller mid-major schools are getting better because of it. Because now you got South Dakota State, who's got a couple solid guys that they wouldn't have had. So I'm trying to measure in my head where the landscape is from this. You know, you got, you know, Iowa's getting better. A couple teams got weaker that are usually very good. But then a mid-major team got significantly better for them. So I don't know. I'm all over the place with it. I just know that the NCAA doesn't care. They just want to get their money. Everybody wanted this. Everybody wanted the players to get paid. So the NCAA fought it. And now they're just kicking back on, this is what you wanted. We're not going to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So,
well, I'll say this. I think, Marty, I appreciate, you know, your old man perspective there. And, you know, I wouldn't. Yeah, I respect it. And then I also appreciate Kevin and his stats perspective. But, folks, I'm going to break this down in business sense. And this is exactly how Tom Brands is thinking about this. And this is also exactly how business in America and in corporate America actually works, okay? And this is exactly why I love Tom Brands And I love what he is doing because who are the vultures of our industry, dude? The people who challenge everything. It's the people who challenge everything who succeed the most, dude. It's like the Zuckerberg. It's Elon Musk. These people who have ideas. Tom Brands has taken this completely new format, okay? And in a business sense, he's looking at it as, okay, let's throw out entirely everything that we have thought about or think about previously. Let's attack this from a business sense, and that's all I care about, dude. And that is what Tom Brands is going to actually then in the future now expose. They're going to make rules, they're going to make changes as a result of what Tom Brands is doing. Is he breaking? I don't think he's technically breaking any rules at all, but they're going to make changes as a result of what Tom Brands is doing because he is the one who is willing to challenge the
status quo.
Status quo. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Marty. So,
no,
I mean,
I get it.
Is Tom Brands Nikolai Tesla equivalent genius? Is my final question.
Come on. Let's not get carried away.
Kevin, please. You're Cornell. Come on. Listen, you know what? But again, and it's going back, and again, things have changed. What is this? From what is the spirit of intercollegiate athletics? It's out the window. It is totally out the window.
It's way different this year than it was last year.
It makes it more competitive. It makes it more exciting for people. God forbid you try to build your program anymore. Just buy it. You know, this takes you know what? What is reality is a school like Little Rock in Arkansas. They can go out and buy 4 or 5. I mean, and they've come in a short amount of time, very competitive. They go out by 4 or 5 studs, win a national championship. It's not off the table for somebody to do that today, is it?
I know. And thank you, Tom Brands, for just like being someone with, quite frankly, the balls to just attack. Just attack the vulnerabilities in the system. I'm sorry, it's a system. Attack it. Attack it. And they've been doing that since Dan Gable days in Iowa.
Let's not forget either that Oklahoma State, even though it was not as in recent memory, has gotten 4 huge names in their program as well too this year.
Right.
Well, okay.
You know, and Hendrickson
all right.
Fish and
yeah, but let me tell you something, Kevin. I'll tell you right now. Let me tell you something, Kevin and Marty, right now about a quick narrative that can be spun in the future if this success does not continue for Oklahoma State. What are you, like a one-hit? What's the one-hit wonder bands, dude? Like, are they just the fast money, quick money? Like, and now David Taylor's gonna start wrestling again. Okay, dude. You can sell me quick, but if you're a smart wrestler or a smart person who's buying, you are looking at the long term. Do I want to stick with this person in the long term? David Taylor not showing a lot of long term. Is he a one-hit wonder there? Is it out of the realm of possibility that David Taylor does not have a job at Oklahoma State 5 years from now?
I don't. I think he's there to stay. I mean.
Yeah.
He has a pretty good.
What are the expectations then?
Well, he's been given all the means to succeed, so they want him to, I'm guessing, to be a trophy team, if not this year, the following year, and then compete for championships. I would say in 5 years they should be competing. That's enough time for him to get all his recruits in. And
okay, so if he's not competing for championships in 5 years,
you're not just talking recruits that are coming out of high school. You're talking recruits in every other program. You know, I mean, look at here's at Oklahoma State, and this has never changed. The guy that had the job before, and I can't remember his name. I'm having a block here. Before John Smith, he took second, and they fired him. They were undefeated in duels.
Thank you, Marty. Great point, dude. And I said thank you. That is an incredible point because David Taylor. I'm sorry, harsh reality, dude. You're in a new world. It's a business world, dude. It's called You perform and do your job, world. There ain't no playing around wrestling when you want to wrestle. No, dude, you got a job now. You're a paid employee. Everything is different, dude.
It's about performance.
Here's another question though. Do you think that he honestly, if he does go and wrestle in this trials, do you think he just did it without speaking to the donors?
I would hope so, because if the donors approve that, that's dumb. Marty, what do you think?
No, I think the person that he sat down and talked to was his wife. He, physically, I think he didn't look good physically. I mean, he always looks good physically, you know what I mean? But he looked tired.
We said that, Marty, at the team trials. Yeah, we were there. Yeah, where were you, tired. Marty?
He was balancing.
I'll tell you where I'm going to be December 6th and 7th, and I'm going to pump that up in a minute here. And it's not for what, honey? Stop. You can't go. That's not going to be for the week of heart. So,
wow! Don't you look like Tim Waltz there pulling her arm there, Marty? Oh, just kidding. That's a joke, dude. What is that sweet little girl's name, dude? Let her say something.
This is Elaine Lucille.
Elaine?
Say hi.
What would you like to say to America? The whole entire America is watching right now, basically. Especially Iowa. They love us in Iowa. I don't know why.
Who's the?
You.
He said, everybody in the world is listening to you. We're on TV. Everybody's listening to us. What do you want to tell the world?
You're the best.
Wow. Wow. Congratulations, Marty.
Do we love BEG on Friday nights?
Yeah.
Does Daddy always talk about him?
Yeah.
Don't I always wear my
love your
BEG?
family.
Clearly no prepared speech there over there, but we certainly appreciate it.
I was like yelling about this damn thing. I was yelling about this thing that holds my phone, and my wife comes in, and I snapped on her. She doesn't understand the pressure I'm under. The whole world is watching this. I
know. That's why I tried telling
treatment.
Kelly, dude. I'm like, dude, do you understand there's literally like hundreds of thousands of people who are watching this live.
Now we got a thumbs down.
Who gave us a thumbs down?
Oh, we got two thumbs down.
I have a good idea.
We got two thumbs down. Yeah, it was probably your wife. It was probably your wife, Marty, and Kelly.
Nice job, Rebecca. Yeah.
All right.
So let's. So anyway, September 7th and 8th, we're gonna get a trophy presentation.
Whoa.
Money talks.
Okay.
Money talks. The whole deal. I think Gable Stevenson.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Iowa.
She's yelling at me for playing my music.
Oh,
Anyway,
wow. Unbelievable.
I think we have. You know what, Gable Stevenson. I think it's time for him to cash in. And Kevin is right. Everybody that was on the Facebook, BEG Facebook, will tell you there was a number of us that said, "Look, he has little to no chance of making the team. Little to no chance." Now, what is different? People are like, well, Stephen Neal made it. Carlton Hasselrig made it. But what was different? Body size, arm length, football background. I mean, there was
exactly
a lot of difference.
Why you need to watch BEG Wrestling live, dude. Kevin said it live. If you could have bet money, folks, on DraftKings for Gable not to make the team, I literally probably would have bet $100,000 after Kevin told me that. He's our stat man. That's how much I believe in this man. Go ahead.
Here's the thing, though. Like, you guys, Gable's not interested in spending 3 years, even if he made a practice squad on a practice squad, all right? Stephen Neal, he bounced back from the Patriots to the Eagles, back to the Patriots, before he even stepped on a field on Sunday. And then guess what happened the first time he stepped on a field on a Sunday? He had a season-ending injury. He had to come back the next year. Gable, he's not looking for that. He's looking for fast, he wants the fame, he wants the lights, and teams weren't going to be that patient in a guy with no experience working with him for 3 years that's undersized. I don't blame him for doing this. Who am I to tell him what he
No.
should be doing? You know,
Kevin,
Go-
I'll tell you what happened, dude. He
Don't
went
do
out
it,
there
but-
and got beat up, dude. That's what happened. Because every single person who lined up straight across from Gable Stevenson, their number one goal in life was to dominate Gable Stevenson. And they likely did that because they are likely 25 to 50% larger of a human being than he is, as you see in this picture. I mean,
and can I just touch on the
all due
comment
respect to
you're-
Gable and his athleticism and everything. But, dude, these are different athletes. Go ahead, Kevin.
Oh,
the comment you have on the screen from Ron there. We're not saying
Ron.
that they want to just win a trophy. I'm saying it's reasonable to think that that could be a goal for this year, maybe next. They want to win titles. That's what they want. But let's be real. Are they going to win a title this year? Do they expect a title this year or next year? No. But I bet you they have like a 5-year plan for that. So that's what we were saying. We don't think that they're going to be happy paying a guy $1 million to win trophies.
Well, I'm on Ron's side, Kevin. Quite frankly, dude, if I'm an Oklahoma State fan, we're paying this money, dude. I kind of want to see a championship within
This year?
3 years.
Yeah,
3 years,
that's
I
what
want
I'm
to
saying.
see a championship.
That's what I'm saying.
And quite frankly, if I don't see a trophy in 3 years, you said I was insane, but I said, is it out of the realm of possibility that
I
he
don't
doesn't
think
even
so.
have a job at? Because, dude, I don't think so at all. In fact, I think it's way closer to 50-50 than a lot of people like to think.
he's
I think it's
going to
a-
be given time, to get some recruits and stuff.
all these guys get 5-year contracts.
Marty,
Yeah.
you have a
All
lot of
these-
coaching experience. Tell us how this works.
They all get 5-year contracts because they got to come in. They got to
Yeah,
clean
but
the
5-year
house.
contracts are not 5-year contracts. Look
And
at
he'll-
college
They get
football.
5 years to prove themselves. They get 5 years to get all the recruits in. Like Marty
The
said,
future
you gotta
gets
come in,
faster. The
get their
future
guys in.
always gets faster. Yeah, they used to be 5-year. They're going to be 3-year. They're going to be 1 year. The future gets faster. They're not going to – they are not financially – they can work out of that 5-year deal if they wanted to.
You know where your program is going. If by that 3rd year, the writing's going to be on the wall. He'll either be looking to extend in year 3, or they're going to be looking to cut him in year 3.
Exactly. Thank you, Marty. That is my
Even
point.
though it's a 5-year contract, and there'll be a huge buyout
Thank you.
clause. Huge buyout clause. And they'll go with somebody else. They'll bring in Dake or somebody.
Exactly. Don't act like there's not a ton of great available free agents on the coaching.
It's not even just, it's not even, and to look at that 3 years, it's not even all performance based. It's who are they getting in there? Are they drawing the Bo Bassett's and the Jacks Forrest and the Rainey
Well,
brothers?
that's a great point.
Are they drawing them in? Because then you can have some more patience. If like 3 years from now they're getting all these guys, then you're all of a sudden you're waiting a couple more years. But if he's not getting any of these top recruits, not good.
Go ahead, Marty.
How's this? If it's anybody but John Smith, when AJ Ferrari was doing his deal out there, would they have fired anybody other than John Smith at Oklahoma State?
Well,
I think
that
they
is
were
a
giving an
fascinating
ultimatum.
question, Marty.
Yeah.
But you bring up the
I mean,
point of the legendary.
Look at Oklahoma.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look at Oklahoma during the Barry Switzer time. Okay, that place was out of control, and eventually,
Well, look
Barry
at
Switzer
every
had-
major head coach who's a legend and the things that they allow. Marty, this goes back to a very original rule in business, and whether it's sports or business, it's equivalent in all of them. The better you are at what you do, the more you get away with, dude. That is just how this world works, dude. That's just how the world works.
I lived in Gainesville, Florida. I moved up from Boca Raton. I was dating a girl in Gainesville that went to UF there back in 2008. Urban Meyer and that Florida Gators team.
Yeah. Go look up how much they
were
got away
a
with because they were
nightmare,
great.
Man. Yeah, but you know what? Winning solves everything. And that's a perfect example.
Hey, I was in corporate America for 15 years, and I'll tell you stuff. I did stuff that I would, if I was terrible at my job, I would have got fired. They just would have fired me, dude, because you were bad. But I was good. So they were like, okay, let's just figure out a way to make sure. Let's not fire you, dude. Let's just, write you up. But that's how the world works, Marty. It's political season. It's election season.
Jimmy Johnson said, they had that Roosevelt Colvin fall asleep in a meeting, got cut the next day. And the press was just tearing it to pieces. Well, what if Troy Aikman fell asleep? He's like, look, I got to treat everybody fairly, but I don't have to treat everybody the same.
Yeah,
Right.
Was that
So,
Jimmy Johnson you said?
Good.
That was Jimmy Johnson,
Johnson
right?
said-
Yeah. Yeah, he said that on
know.
the herd. I actually heard that, Marty. I appreciate that. I heard that as well. Yeah.
I wish I would have said it. So, all right, let's wrap up so I can let you guys go. Anyway.
Marty, we're looking forward to a lot from you. Hey, you tell
We missed you
Bourmet.
last week, buddy.
Tell
I missed
Bourmet.
you guys terrible.
Tell
Hey, listen,
Bourmet, dude.
couple-
He must be
he-
running out of money over there. What is going on, dude? France is owning him.
I'm going up there. I'm going to bring a check. I'm going to donate myself to bring in the next great one up there.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, on my teacher salary. So anyway, the guy that was just on with the tournament, amazing. I love that thing. Everybody loves
Yeah.
that.
Wrestle Madness.
But I got to say, in the semis, you had Gene Mills and Spencer Lee, probably the two best top wrestlers
Yep.
in NCAA history.
Good point.
Over
I'll tell you
100
what.
pins for Mean Gene.
I don't know if Addis would have survived against Mean Gene. I don't know if Lee would have got by. I voted for Spencer Lee too, but boy, you know what? I think I could see Lee or excuse me, Mean Gene picking top, going in the third period, losing the match, and picking top and getting the fall.
Yeah, he
Listen to
had
me, Marty.
he had more pins than Spencer Lee had career victories.
Yep. Hey, and the next group of guys that are coming out, think about all the 3-timers that are going to be going in there to challenge.
I heard your wife,
Yeah.
Marty. That is
What'd
hilarious.
What'd she say?
She responded to
Dembe,
my...
no? Don't you? You
She
watch
said-
the Blacklist?
No, I heard her in the background. She said, "Wrap it up, Marty." Because you heard me say it, dude. No.
Hold on. You tell me.
Marty.
Do you want to get on here and talk millions of people around the world? Boys
Millions.
and girls, men and women. Go.
A lot of pressure, dude. It's not that easy. Tell her, Marty, dude. It's not
Yes,
that
it's
easy.
not. It's not looking this good and being this intelligent. It's hard being like this. But this next bracket that's coming out, you're going to have 3-time Joe Williams. My pick to click, and this comes from guys at the Division I level have told me this about this certain one individual that he.
Kevin, you
What?
got him? Kevin, did you lose him? I lost him.
I don't hear him. No.
I lost Marty. Folks, we lost Marty,
The guys,
dude.
some of the guys I know that used to work out with him say, and he
Okay, now he's
he was
back.
Kevin, help me, stats man. He was a 3-timer, wasn't he?
Oh, we couldn't hear
Did I
anything
lose
you
these
said.
guys?
Yeah. I think your
They're
wife.
frozen.
I think.
gone.
Well, no, Marty. Don't worry, dude. I just censored out the part where your wife smacked you upside the head, dude.
Maybe I'm
I
on.
censored that out so people don't see
I hope
that
I
part.
I didn't swear.
Oh, now he is gone, dude. Kevin, to close this show up, dude, where it's becoming a rodeo here at the end. But, folks, I got up on the screen Bo Bassett's last schools remaining. Marty's going to call in here. I'm going to give him one real quick opportunity just to wrap this up. Well, and now I just... There he is.
All right, I'm back. All right, real quick. What was the last thing you heard me say?
I don't know.
Something
All right.
about you
The
you
three-
think a guy is gonna do real well, but then it cut out.
I said in this, all the 3-timers in that weight class, Joe Williams, and from a lot of the Division I guys I've talked to, the best guy they've ever rolled around with from Oregon State, Les Gutches. He's my
Oh,
pick to
dude.
click.
Yeah,
He was
I saw
amazing.
him. I saw him in '95. I was at the NCAA's in '95, and he didn't give up a takedown his last 2 years of college.
Say that name again.
Les
Les-
Gutches.
Gutches. Was he a 3-timer, Kevin?
Les Gutches, folks.
He
Go
was a
look him up.
2-timer. I'm pretty sure he's a 2-timer.
At least. But I'm telling you what.
His 2 years were so dominant. In my opinion, he should have won the Heisman or the Hodge the first year they had it, 95. When T.J. Jaworski won it, I think that Gutches should have won it because T.J. Jaworski actually lost that year in the All-Star match to Kerry Colat. So I think Gutches should have won it. He was a bad dude, man. You're right,
folks. That's something to talk about.
Good.
Maybe we can dive in next week. I want to end it on this, folks. Bo Bassett has narrowed down his schools. Marty, while we have you on the line, I'm looking to see Michigan is still up on the screen as a potential school. Kevin, Marty, let's wrap up the show tonight. Great show, by the way, folks. A lot of people from Iowa who are messaging me. They're texting me saying, unbelievable. We love you, BEG Wrestling.
We love BEG.
Anyway, wrap it up.
You know what? I'm always, and again, if you're talking the money that these guys are talking, that's life-changing money. Hell, give me $800,000, I'll make it life-changing money. Give me $250,000 at this point, I'll make it life-changing. You gotta chase the money these days. So I don't know. Whoever's going to offer belly up, it sounds like it's going to be Oklahoma State. Will Iowa? I don't know. I've seen some pictures. The kid might have some interest. Penn State? I don't know if Penn State's at the point where they can say, look, we're Penn State. We don't have to we can give you $500,000. Carter Strachey's different. He's going for his 5th title. You know what? We're Penn State. When you're ready to go for your 5th title, maybe we'll give you the money. But until then, we're Penn State. If you want to become part of greatness, come on in. Everybody else is free game. Iowa, Michigan,
There's
Oklahoma
certainly
State.
a huge advantage that Penn State has, Marty, that you bring up.
Yeah.
Cannot
Iowa.
argue with that.
No. Northern Iowa, Little Rock.
Marty, before I let you go, any final thoughts on, let me ask you on maybe some of these Iowa wrestlers who are now leaving Iowa all of a sudden. Iowa culture
I feel bad
thoughts.
for them. I'm going to tell you what. I wish them well. I will cheer for them. I feel terrible. Like the Brady Hill kid. He wrestled all year. He was, 22-9? That kid worked his backside off. I'd hate to see him beat Kruder, Glazier's the one I feel really bad for. I hope the kid AAs, this year, as an All-American. I'd love to see him beat Ferrari in the national tournament, to tell you the truth. But, I'd like to see, I want to see those guys do well because I think you're recruited to a program. They were sold the old way because they weren't doing this 4 or 5 years ago before these guys came in. And then all of a sudden, it's like when my youngest son was born, my 18-year-old at the time was like 8. And my mom says to him, "Oh, what do you think of your new brother?" And he looked at her and he said, "Nani, the rules have changed." Meaning he wasn't top dog anymore, So he's like, "Yeah,
rules
Here comes the money.
the rules
have changed, folks.
Here-
Here comes the money. Money, money.
We got money in wrestling now, folks. That's right.
Hey, here comes the money, December 6th and 7th. Don't forget, get on the Facebook page. And are you trying to get in, sweetheart? Here,
Wrap it up, boys.
you don't bring sand to the beach. December
Thank
6th
you, Marty's
and 7th.
wife. Keep that man
And you don't-
under control, please.
She got no idea when I say that. You don't bring sand to the beach. December 6th and 7th, Las Vegas Open. I'm there. You guys are there. Kevin's there. You know what?
I'm
Oh, okay, hold up. I'm just getting up to speed. Yeah, you're talking about like we're gonna go to Las Vegas for like a wrestling match.
There's a
CKLV.
huge tournament out there. It's a college tournament. And then there's the U.S. Open in April. I think you have a BEG trip out there. You can tell them you're coming as media. They might set something up for you, a table, a whole deal. I mean,
I'm in, Marty. I'm all in,
going to
baby.
CKLV.
Are you
I'm going-
serious?
I'm going to go there for a while.
Did you guys think about that?
Come on, baby, let's go. Yeah, Marty, send me the link, dude. Text me the link. Come on,
there.
man. You're all talk, no walk. Send me the link, Marty. Folks,
Yeah.
Kevin, final thoughts.
We won't buy admission tickets. We'll walk in. Hey man, we're media. We're
Yeah!
media.
This is BEG Wrestling, baby. We are here. Back
We
up.
are here.
I say back up, dude. Kevin,
Hi, babies.
wrap it
All
up,
right, I gotta
dude.
go. Good night.
Marty's
Here she
out.
comes again.
All right. see you,
Marty's
Marty.
out, dude. His wife's got, yeah, she's getting him under control real quick, folks. That just,
Real quick on the Bassett thing. Looking at the 23 schools he's got left.
yes.
You know, you really can just. It's kind of goofy. I mean, you really can just take a
I
decent
have
amount of those
your
guys. I mean, you
nine.
can take Air.
I have
what's
your
that? You can
9
take
real
four-
schools with a shot list up now, Kevin.
Okay, so you can take Air Force, American, Lehigh, Northern Iowa, Pitt, Princeton, Wisconsin, and Pitt Johnstown, the Division II school. Those guys are gone. Get rid of them.
We're
Then you
talking
got
about
15,
arguably
I
the
would say-
most highly recruited wrestler of all time, right?
And
Bo
then I would
Bassett,
say
arguably
from
the
that
most
15
highly. Where is he going? Yep.
I would say from that 15, you get rid of Arizona State, Missouri, Nebraska, North Carolina, Rutgers, Stanford. You got down to this 9. And then from there, I would say the top 6 in this order, in my opinion, is 1 Penn State, 2 Oklahoma State, 3 Iowa, 4 Cornell, 5 Ohio State, 6 Michigan. That's my thought.
1 Penn State, 2
2 Oklahoma State,
right now
3
ahead of
Iowa.
Iowa. Wow.
3 Iowa,
Interesting.
4 Cornell, 5 Ohio State,
Is
6
that
Michigan.
Cornell? Is that your Kevin Cornell bias?
Cornell can give you an Ivy League diploma, and also they've won team trophies the last 2 years. They've got national champions and international success. So I mean, you get the best of both worlds there. That's the only reason they're in there.
Okay. I mean,
But
I don't argue with it. In fact, my brother went to Penn because of that Ivy League degree. The fact that they don't offer athletic scholarships, right? It's like he got
You're right.
even though
even
though my brother was an idiot, dude, he got a academic scholarship to wrestle. I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just
Cole
kidding.
takes the whole
He's
thing
probably
there, so-
smarter than I am, but maybe not. I don't know. But that's it, folks. And Kevin
Yeah, man.
is spot on. You heard it from him last week. Gable's getting cut. Came out to be true. Here are Bo Bassett schools, and we'll come back next week. Final thoughts, Kevin, before we wrap this up, man.
That's it, man. Good show. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate it. And thumbs up. Not thumbs down. Thumbs up.
We had a lot of money. We had a lot of money, baby. Until next week, folks. Or maybe even sooner. Who knows? Who cares?
We'll see.
BG Wrestling, baby. Like and subscribe.